Okay, last thing we've got to do is two-way tables. So this is a two-way table. We've seen this many times before. This is a two-way table that's talking about a disease, and it's a test for a particular disease. So we've got has the disease in the top row, does not have the disease in the bottom row. And I apologise for the drawings, but this is the second time I've recorded it. Okay, so if we're looking to find the total number of people who've been tested, or the total number that's in this test, we need to add all four of these numbers up individually. Sometimes you'll have the totals of the rows and the columns. Don't worry about adding those up because you can add things up twice. So just worry about adding up your four individual numbers. So 231 plus 15 plus 84 plus 410 tells us that a total number of 740 people have been tested and are part of this test, this two-way table. So if I actually now ask some questions, how many people actually have the disease? So if we look on the top line, has the disease is a total of 231 plus 15. 231 have the disease and actually tested positive for it. 15 have the disease but tested negative for it. So a total of 315 actually have the disease. So how many tested positive but don't actually have it? So we're looking for the tested positive column, so 231 and 84, but do not actually have the disease is this row here, and that's 84. So 84 are in the tested positive but do not have the disease. This is what we call a false positive or a misdiagnosis, and that's actually quite a large number. The number who tested negative but actually do have it. So if we're looking at the negative column, but in the top row, we're saying who actually has the disease, there are 15 people who tested negative but actually have it. This is again what we call a false negative, and it's a misdiagnosis, so they've missed the disease. So the total number of incorrect tests, so how many people were actually tested but tested incorrectly? Well, we know 84 were tested as positive but don't really have it. 15 were tested as negative but actually do have it, so there's a total of 99 people who have tested incorrectly. So what percentage of this test is incorrect? So there are 99 people out of a total altogether. It just says what percentage of the test. So the test is the whole thing. How many people are in the whole thing? 740. So 99 out of 740, we're making it a percentage, so we've got to multiply it by 100. And we get 13.3783, rounding off to 13.4 to one decimal place. We've done these plenty of times before, but you just need to remember a couple of things. That when you're doing a two-way table, don't worry about adding up the totals. If you're looking for the total number of people involved in this table, the total number of test results, the total number of scores that are in the table, then look at adding all four numbers but individually, looking at the individual numbers in the two-way table. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Do not worry about the totals because you'll add things up twice. And this will give you the total overall of 740, which we needed down here when we did our percentage. Remember to read the question carefully and make sure you get it out of the correct number. Remember, your probability of an event is the number of times the event occurs out of the number that's in the sample space. Most often we get this part right, we can work out how many times it actually happened, but we need to figure out, is it the total number of women? Is it the total number who don't have the disease? Or is it just the test? So the total number altogether that we are putting it out of. So this is the most important thing that you need to worry about, and read the question carefully. In this case, it just said what percentage of the test, so that just meant the whole entire thing. This is the thing that most often you will get wrong, so you need to just double check that when you're doing your answers and you're checking over your solutions. Okay, we're going to now work on the last bit all together. We'll be finishing off for exercise 610, questions 2 through to 5.